guys, welcome back to Food Prep Guide. I am particularly excited about today's video because I have been wanting to make my own like chicken bouillon, beef bouillon, broth powders, that kind of thing for quite a while now, and I finally did it. So today's video we are going to be making chicken broth powder, or bouillon, whatever you want to call it, and beef broth powder. Now before we get started, I wanted to address the #1 question that I am sure will come up, which is why am I not just making chicken broth and then freeze drying it? Because that is going to be the truest form of beef broth powder, chicken broth powder. And the reason that I am not doing that is because I have tried dehydrating liquids before, and I am very disappointed with the amount of product that I end up with. Obviously, freeze drying removes as much of the liquid as possible. And so you're just left behind with, like if you're making chicken broth, you're just left behind with all the spices, the sediment, the little bits of, maybe chicken or beef fat that might be in there, the flavoring, but it's nowhere near as potent as you think it would be. And it's also the amount of work that goes into making your own broth and then going through the freeze drying process and packaging it up. What you're left with is like a tiny amount of powder, and it's not even that flavorful. So when you look at the ingredient labels of bouillon, you will notice that it is very little actual chicken in it or very little actual beef in it, and some brands don't have it at all. And what you will also notice is that there are a lot of flavor enhancers in them. And I think that is, now that I have freeze dried it, I think that's because chicken broth just naturally freeze dried is just not going to be as deeply flavorful as what everyone has come to know and expect from a bouillon cube or a beef broth powder. So that's why I am not doing that. I have looked at the ingredient list on my favorite broth powders and tried to match them up as carefully as possible. The other thing that I wanted to note is color. So most of your bouillons have caramel color added, which is how they're going to be getting that kind of deeper browner color in the beef broth. Of course, we're not going to be adding any color additives, so it's not going to be that deep brown that we expect with a beef broth powder. And then I also wanted to mention that most of them contain sugar. Also like MSG and all that stuff, y'all know, but we're leaving all of that out. So if you were to take a pinch of homemade and a pinch of store-bought, they are not going to taste exactly the same for sure. But that's just the trade-off that we're going to get by making a very clean version, and I'm okay with that, and I hope you are too. Let's go ahead and get started. We're going to be making both of these in pint-sized jars today. So we're going to start with 1 cup of nutritional yeast. I looked for a substitute for this, and I couldn't find one. It's just a very unique product. It's also really lends well to that yellowy flavor for chicken bouillon. The reason I looked for, maybe I shouldn't go into all this, but the reason I looked for a substitute is when I first got diagnosed with the chronic illness that I have, I actually could not have nutritional yeast because it does have added B vitamins in it. And I was very sensitive to B vitamins that were not methylated. That's no longer the case, but anyway, I just tried to find an alternative just in case anybody else was like that, but I couldn't find one, so it is what it is. So a 1/4 cup of Italian blend seasoning. This, of course, is going to be a mixture of oregano and basil, a little bit of rosemary. In case anyone's wondering the brand, I get it from Frontier Co-op. Frontier Co-op Italian blend. But any Italian blend will work. So 2 tablespoons of salt. 1, 2. Oops, I need to refill my salt container. 2 tablespoons of garlic powder. 1, 2, and 2 tablespoons of onion powder. 1, 2, and then 1½ teaspoons of black pepper. 1½ then 1 teaspoon of turmeric, This is also going to help deepen that orangey flavor for chicken broth powder. Did I say 1 teaspoon? Yes, 1 teaspoon. And it's already got the black pepper in there, which we need to really unlock the benefits of turmeric. Okay, 1 teaspoon of ground thyme. 1 teaspoon of celery seed. This is very, very important. The flavor was totally different without the celery seed. So 1 teaspoon of celery seed. And last, 1 teaspoon of rubbed sage. And I'm doing kind of a heaping. Y'all know it's kind of like light and fluffy. So I'm just doing a little bit of a heaping teaspoon for that. And that's it. Let's get this shaken up. Where's my lid? That turmeric and the nutritional yeast really does a good job of trying to match the color as closely as possible without any additives, artificial additives. See the color? And this really complements, it doesn't have any actual chicken in it, of course, like I mentioned. We don't have any actual meat in these broth powders. I guess they're not broth powders, are they? Seasoning powders. But they really taste good and really complement the dishes that they need, that they're going into. So the chicken complements the chicken, beef complements the beef. Let's go ahead and jump into the beef. Okay, moving on to the beef powder. We're going to start with 1/2 cup of mushroom powder. In the past video, we went through how to dehydrate and powder mushrooms, so I'll link that in the description box if you need that. I already know that this is about 1/2 cup, so I'm just going to pour the whole thing in. Whew. Going everywhere. Okay, 1/2 cup of nutritional yeast. A big clump in there. There we go. Okay, next is a 1/4 cup of onion powder. Followed by a 1/4 cup of garlic powder. Now we're going to move on to tablespoons. So we're going to be doing 2 tablespoons of ground mustard. 1 and 2. Next is 2 tablespoons of either oregano or Italian seasoning. I've mentioned in past videos, I only stock Italian seasoning for Italian herbs, just to simplify things and save space in my pantry. So I'm using 2 tablespoons of Italian blend, but feel free to use just straight oregano. Oregano is definitely the highest ingredient by volume in Italian blends, so it works. Okay, 2 tablespoons of salt. This is Redmond's Real Salt. My favorite. Any brand will work. 2 teaspoons of pepper. 1 and 2. 2 teaspoons of celery seed. 2 teaspoons of smoked paprika. That's going to help us a little bit with our color. Mixing that deep red with that brownish of the mushroom is where we're going to get most of our color from. Still not going to be deep brown though. Okay, 2 teaspoons of parsley. I'm just going to eyeball this because I need to kind of crush it as I put it in. This is our homegrown parsley that's been freeze-dried, and I always kind of crush it into whatever dish I'm putting it in. 2 teaspoons of parsley and 1 teaspoon ground thyme. And that's it. Let's give this a shake. Okay, so you can see it's nowhere near as deep brown. I don't know if I can, let me grab that real quick. It's not at all as deep brown as the actual bouillon that you're going to be buying at the store. But again, we're making ours a lot cleaner. And it doesn't have actually any meat in it. But I can almost guarantee that the color you get from this is not coming from actual beef. Okay, I hope that was helpful to y'all. These recipes are going to be in our Mixin' Jars Volume 2 cookbook. The giveaway for that is now open. That link will be in the description box. Or you can go ahead and comment broth powders, and I will send you the link directly as a reply to your comment so you can be notified of it. Okay, friends, that's all for today. We'll see you next time. Bye.